Hello, so this is Mr. Khan, Akshita from AFP.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Akshita.
pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Akshata.
Akshita.
Uh,
How are you doing?
I have a mic here. I just love the journey that these two girls the two girls had, and it's wonderful, I guess.
I know you've been asked this, but I feel like everyone's just so curious about.
She's a really wonderful person and someone I'm really close to. And while we may not, and about 6 months later, or maybe 8 months later, my kids. In my head, I quit, and then I didn't. Yeah.
So
Like Lapata Ladies, for example. So I'd like to produce a lot more films where I'm not acting, and be a platform. It's a film which has a lot of humor, unlike Tare Zameen Par, which was very.
and it's kind of
Were they ahead of that time? I think they were just at the right time. That's not how I've done a single film. I like to. Mental responsibility as an entertainer or as a creative person is to entertain. When a person buys a cinema, would react to it. I know how I react to it. I'm hoping that the audience would react in a similar way.
I don't know.
Oh well, it's too early to talk about it, but it's a film which is, she's a really wonderful person and someone I'm really close to. And while we may not be husband and wife anymore, but we are still family. We are really close. I really respect her intelligence, her creativity, her aesthetic, and just the kind of person she is. She's such a lovely person. Because it was in the middle of COVID and I was sitting alone and thinking of a lot of things, and I suddenly felt that I had spent all of my adult life, in this magical world of cinema, and I had perhaps not spent enough time with people I'm really close to, my family, my mom, my kids, my Kiran and Reena, when I was married to her. So I also was thinking that I would like to use my production house as a platform to encourage new talent, writers, directors, technicians, actors who I feel whose sensibility is close to mine, and they want to tell stories which affect me, like Lapata Ladies, for example. So I'd like to produce a lot more films where I'm not acting, and be a platform for young talent that I believe in. I think humor is a great way to convey a lot of sometimes difficult and important thoughts and issues, and it's also fun. Humor is fun for us to make, for people to watch, and but humor is not the only genre that I'd like to stick to. There'll be different kinds of stories that I believe in, which I hope to produce. I like that the story should emerge from the writer, and then as a producer or as an actor, I come in at the right time, when I deserve to, and when I'm appropriate for the film. So I like things to happen organically, and I also believe that my fundamental responsibility as an entertainer or as a creative person is to entertain. When a person I'm usually very relieved if I manage to make a film the way I set out to, because sometimes filmmaking is a very difficult. Filmmaking is a difficult activity. Telling a story through so many art forms which come together to form cinema. It's the youngest art form. It uses all other previous art forms to tell a story. So it's a difficult medium, and complicated and complex.